give an example of a family that we have the father is in Africa, the mom is right, bringing those kids to America when they were very young, right? And more or less like she ran away from the husband. So now the kids were grown. She started letting them, feeding their mind that your dad is a wicked person, your dad is bad, this, your dad is bad. These are the evidences and all of that. That even when she moved to America, she had to go through, meeting a mental health practitioner to walk her through and all of that. So every time, but even at that, these kids, she allows them to communicate with their dad. But she continues to poison the kids' mind that your dad is bad, your dad is wicked, blah 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 blah. She will also teach the kids how to lie to get money from their dad. So now the kids grew up learning that skill, right, to get money from their dad. So it gets to a point now that the dad doesn't want to send them money because now the kids are turning more towards the mom than to them. They're beginning to believe what the mom is saying. That, oh, truly this man, because now the man decides to stop sending money. Now they're saying him, oh, now you're wicked, right? Trying to be, close to the mom. So now this is what the kids now do. They'll try and get information about their mom because they know the dad doesn't like the mom doesn't like the dad. Get an information to give to the dad in return gives them money. So they grew up like that. They grew up now depending more on their dad. And that affected the first child, affected the second child, affected the third child. The first child in such a way that now she started learning how to manipulate. Right? Now she goes to store, she picks things and all of that. Now she can lie, she can do all sorts. That at this age that she is, maybe in her early 20s, she has bad records and all of that because of what she did. Right? And the second one is towing that lane. The third is also towing that lane, right? Because they grew up where. So now, this is where the problem is. Now, the dad is now giving them more money because he's getting more information. Now they're loving the dad more than the mom. Got to a point they almost beat the mom. That you are the wicked person. Wow. Our dad is the loving dad and all of that. Now they have the youngest one in the family where this one is like, I don't even understand what is happening. Because now it's affecting the youngest one where he fights every time in school. Every time they're always calling in the mom about this or that. On the school bus, he fights every time, right? And they're like, you know what? I think he needs a therapy, right? So informing the mom that, okay, fine, I'll need a therapy. Then this day, the boy said to the mom, I know I need a therapy, but you also need it. As a matter of fact, all of us need it because the first child in the same house with the mom smokes weed, gets high. The second child is doing the same thing, the third is doing the same thing. And as a matter of fact, there was a day because now the mom is busy, having several jobs, right? So the mom is not always available at home. So these kids, they did this, they made a bread, right, out of the weed, right? And usually they're supposed to, provide food for this, the youngest in the house. So they did not. They were like, you know what? You always eat a lot. So they don't make that provision for the youngest. And then I said, this one, don't try it. Don't eat it. It is not for you. But now the child is hungry. So they left. He was the only person there. So the only thing he could do was go to the fridge, eat the bread. Then he said his head started spinning. Then he crawled to look for his siblings. He said they already passed out because they were high. Then he felt that he was dying. He didn't even know how to call. He didn't know how to go through that. So what I'm saying in essence is for you to see how this can affect them. And these kids still realize and say their dad is dead. The mom is telling this. The youngest one say, you need a therapy. The youngest one is telling the mom, you also need, but the mom is saying, I am your mom. I know better than you do. You don't need one. I don't need one. You need one. So you see how it affected these kids where the first one that was having good grades when was in high school is no longer known about school anymore. The second one is also towing the same line. The third one is doing well, but now also focusing on that. So now the youngest one is just everywhere like